welcome to my first recorded playthrough of content from Jagged Earth. I'm going to be playing as Many Minds Move as One and Shadows Flicker Like Flame using the Amorphous aspect. So these are two quite heavily fear-based spirits, so I'm looking to win most likely by running out the fear deck. We'll be against Scotland at level 5, which is an 8 difficulty adversary. Scotland wins if they have 5 or more lands with cities in them on the coast. So I need to ensure they don't build more cities on the coast. And they also have a amended invader deck, so there's one less invader card and there's an early stage 3. I've done a fair bit of practice with these spirits and find that it is the early stage 3 card that often makes or breaks the game, so we'll see how it goes. With the Amorphous aspect, Shadow can move one of their presence either one range away or to any land with a Dahan in it, and they can do this once per each fast and slow phase. So this, I think, will have good synergy with the Boon of Swarming Bedevilment card that Many Minds has, which makes it so that each of Shadow's presence will grant defend 1. So, with Wetlands being the first card from the Invader deck, I have to look and see where I can either prevent builds or set up some defense for next turn. So I've chosen to place the spirits in this configuration with Many Minds on this board and Shadows on this board, as Shadow's Sacred Site here means I can use Darkness Swallows the Unwary to move one of these explorers in the fast phase, and by placing on this board with the beast I have 2 beasts ready to do a defend 2 next turn with Beset and Confound the Invaders. So that just leaves this land. Then I have to worry about. I have a few options there, including Boon of Swarming Bedevilment or Concealing Shadows, although as this is level 5 of Scotland, any blight that gets placed on the coast creates a effectively a cascade going into the ocean, so I need to try and avoid blight on coasts if at all possible. Okay, so let's get stuck in. So with my first growth for Many Minds, I think what I'm going to do is place 2 presents from the top track and create a new sacred site. So just thinking about next turn possibly using the Guide the Way on Feathered Wings to get some Dahan into this land to kill the invaders in the Ravage phase. So I want to place this where some Dahan are. I'm also considering, so if I want to use Favours Called Due this turn, where would be a good place to do that? So I could gather more Dahan into here, but I only really need the 2. Concealing Shadows could work quite well here. Yeah, so I have some options. Let's place a sacred site here. So as an option I can move this Dahan to here for next turn. And I will play a multiplying swarm to get down some more beasts. So I'm getting 1 energy, just going on that. And I'll go to 2 card plays and gain 3 energy with shadows. So I want to move over onto this board. I'm particularly interested in getting towards here, so I can use bonus swarming bedevilment to defend this land. Another option I have is to move in with Amorphous and then push the Explorer and Town with Mantle of Dread. I think the best thing for me to do though is to use Crops Wither and Fade and Favours Called Due. So Crops Wither and Fade, I can turn the town that gets built here into an Explorer and then move in. So that, or move in and then do that, so that the defend 1 from bonus swarming bedevilment will be sufficient. Okay. Right. So fast powers, I'll use Darkness Swallows the Unwary to move this Explorer. And we don't have any fast powers for many mines. Okay, so Invader Phase, discard an event card, then building in wetlands. So we have town, town, and town. Exploring into jungles. So, Explorer, Town, Explorer, Town. Right, so where does that leave us? So I think Favours Called Due to move some additional Dahan into here, setting up for a defend in 2 turns time. And there'll be a city built here. So if I can get another Dahan in, those 3 Dahan could knock out the town and the city. So I think we'll do that. So gather a Dahan in, and then 3 fit. And then use Amorphous to move into here, and turn this town into an Explorer, and 2 fit. And then with a multiplying swarm, let's add 2 beasts to this jungle. Okay. Right. So growth of turn 2. Let's get to 2 card plays and 2 energy with many mines. And as I said, I'm going to play Guide the Way on Feathered Wings and Boon of Swarming Bedevilment, I think. Let's first, though, just draw a minor with shadows and go to 1 energy. That will help us to determine what we need to do for this turn. So we didn't get any moons, which is unfortunate. So I think we'll probably take Spur on with Words of Fire, as getting an additional card down to Many Minds Movers 1 is pretty good for getting to their higher level, beset and confound the invaders, and given that the majority of their cards cost 0, it's fairly easy to make that work. But we might not play it this turn. I'd like to be able to do Darkness Swallows the Unwary to move this Explorer to prevent another build. So I think I am playing these 2 cards. I need 2 energy for the turn. And I think I'll place my presence here. So what I can do is move 2 Dahan, one this Sacred Site to here, taking this Dahan, and then picking up this Dahan along the way, and going to here to put 2 Dahan in this land. Now I need to move into here with Amorphous. That does mean, unfortunately, I can't use Darkness Swallows the Unwary. So this would actually be a good time then to play Spell on with Words of Fire. Since I'm not going to get that. And let's see what other cards would work here. So Pursue with Scratches, Pecks and Stings could push a town out of this land. Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh. Don't think there's much I can do with that one. So yeah, I think we'll go with that. So I'm getting 1 energy for the turn, just going on there. Right. Is there a way actually of doing this? Let's rewind a sec. So if I put this presence here, I can gather this Explorer, and then move in with Amorphous. Yes, okay, no, this does work. So I'll do Mantle of Dread instead. Okay, yeah, so I'll put my presence there to make a Sacred Site. And then in the fast phase, we will gather this Explorer into, let's go to the sands, and we'll then use Guide the Way on Feathered Wings to move over to here, taking 1, 2 Dahan with us. We'll then use Amorphous to move into here and activate Concealing Shadows so Dahan don't take damage. Then Boon of Swarming Bedevilment to move out so I don't lose my presence there, and defend 2 in this land. Okay. Then we have Set and Confound the Invaders. So that's 3 beasts. But no, I only have 2 red, so that's 2 fear and defend 2. 1 fear from Concealing Shadows as well, so that's a fear card. And then I have Teeming Host arrives, so I can move to set up for next turn. So I think I want to move beast down here. So I can move 3, as I have 1, 2, 3 air, 1 water, 2 red. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I think that's all my fasts. So, yep, let's go to the event phase. Overconfidence. If you have any earned fear cards, discard 2 of them now. So we don't get that. Beast Multiply. Add 1 beast to a land adjacent to beast, then destroy 1 Dahan in a land with beasts. So that's unfortunate. But I think I can do this so it doesn't interrupt what I'm trying to do here. So if I count this as a beast, put a beast there, I can destroy this one rather than being forced to have to destroy one of these. And then don't think I can do the same on this board. So instead let's put 1 there. Because, I mean, I suppose I could leave an Explorer over there. Move this in. That might be better. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So kill that Dahan instead, so that I still have the necessary damage to kill the town and the city. Okay. Coordinated defense doesn't change anything significantly. Yeah, I have 2 defense over here, plus another 5 now, so 7. Okay, so ravaging in wetlands. So here is a blight, but the Dahan kills the town for 1 fear. Kill these here for 1 fear, and these explorers. Building in jungles. So we have city, and remove it to these, and exploring into wetlands. escalation. In fact, escalation happens first, so let me just remove those towns. No, sorry. Wrong ones. These two. So the escalation is going to happen on this board. So I'll add a town to 2 lands with the fewest towns. So I think we'll do here. And then the exploration puts 2 towns down. So this is quite dangerous now with these 2 wetlands, so we need to do something about that. Okay. So slow powers. I can use Mantle of Dread to push one of these away. So let's do this one. So we'll go to the sands to try and keep the other lands clear. And 2 fear. And that's all my slows. Okay, so going into next growth phase, I'm going to place 2 presents again, and I think we'll get the animal and an additional card. I will actually be able to play 3 cards this turn using Spell on with Words of Fire. So first of all, let's draw a minor with shadows. And we'll place on the energy track. Okay, so Unquenchable Flames is good elements for shadows. What can we do with it? 1 damage to town and city. Or city. Faders do not heal damage. Just thinking, I had an Amorphous that I didn't use last turn. I probably should have moved out of this jungle to then do the same again with this one, as I don't think I'm going to be able to stop this. Yeah, so let's move there. Let's go there. Right, with Enticing Splendour I can move this Explorer to prevent a build, or this. They'll still build towns there, but at least they won't build cities. And my other option is Unquenchable Flames, which I don't think that damage is going to help me. So I'll take Enticing Splendour. Okay, and 3 energy for the turn. One on Spell with Words of Fire. Then these 2 presents. So let's go to here. So I have more range for those beasts. And we will get 2 energy for the turn, but we're going to spend it on a miner. interesting. So Sky Stretcher sure won't do anything this turn. Back to the joined hunt, however. Could actually be quite useful. I could gather a Tahan into here and kill the town that's going to get built in that wetland. And it's got red, which means I can get to... I'm already at defend 4, which is sufficient for here. But yeah, I think that's the best one for me. So we're going to be playing these two. Let's see. So instead of putting my presence there, I could put it here, so I have 2 beasts in this land. So I can push this town, prevent a city from being built. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to have to move into here and use Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh to prevent the ravage. Okay, so Spell and Words of Fire will get back to the Join Hunt into play. We'll use Enticing Splendor to gather this Explorer. And we'll push with Pursue with Scratches, Pecks and Stings. Spell with Fire grants an energy, which will go on back to the Join Hunt. What else have we got? So Beset and Confound the Invaders is going to do 3 fear and defend 4. And then we'll do Teeming Host Arrives to move two or 3 beasts. I think we can do 3. And then we'll remove 1 to do Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh. 2 fear. Okay, and then Amorphous I will move to here. Still want to have range of this wetland for potential movement next turn. Okay, so event Outpaced. Humanity has always been faster than you, but the invader's terrifying speed catches you off guard. Each spirit chooses independently for each of their slow powers played this turn. Can discard the power card, gain 1 energy plus the card's printed energy cost, or pay 3 energy or destroy 2 presents to resolve the power now. What could I do if I resolved the power now? Not a great deal. think we will discard the power. Gain an energy. Then add a disease on each board. So I think we want to put these on coasts to prevent builds. They won't work this turn, but could be useful when the coastal card comes out. So let's do that sands and this wetland. And then raise and force. Each spirit chooses a different landward harn outnumber towns and cities. Each harn there does 1 damage. So that's 2 fear. And kill that explorer. Okay. Demoralized. Defend 1 in all lands. Okay, ravaging in jungles. Ravaging in here. And this is skipped. Building in wetlands. So we have town, town, town. Exploring into mountains with escalation. So it's going to be on this board. So I think we'll do these 2. And then the exploration, explorer, sorry, no, that's town, explorer, explorer, and explorer. Okay, so I think I'm reclaiming with both spirits now, and I think I could probably gain a major with both of them. My plan is to try and get up to 4 energy on many mines, and I'm already at 3, and I've got a good healthy store of energy built up. So let's reclaim and gain a major. So I think I'll draw both majors and then decide. So this will be for many mines. Winds of rust and atrophy and venomous infestation of spiders. That, both of those are solid cards for many mines. So strongly consider those 2. And then for shadows, we have Irresistible Call, Wounded Wild, Trees and Stones, Forests of Living Obsidian. Okay, so no ideal elements for Darkness Swallows the Unwary, but is there anything I can do? So Enticing Spender and Irresistible Call obviously go well together, and then they have lots of air. So it might be Irresistible Call, which we look to play next turn. It might be good given that stage 3 is coming out. So I think I'll take Irresistible Call. And we will forget Spare on with Words of Fire. And let's see. So Ravaging Wetlands this turn. think we're probably going to take Infestation of Venomous Spiders, so I can actually, just by playing Ever Multiplying Swarm, get them to do damage. So yeah, let's take the spiders and forget, I guess, back to the Joint Hunt. Then we're gaining 2 energy and 3 energy. Did I forget to place a presence? I think I must have done. Where would I have put it? Probably somewhere that's quite central. I don't need presence destroyed, I don't think. Okay, so going to 3 card plays next turn, and I think those are going to be Irresistible Call, Enticing Splendor, and possibly Concealing Shadows. Let's see, is there a good place to do that? In Mountains next turn, not currently, but I am going to do Favours Called Due, which I could do here. So yeah, let's save those for next turn. And I guess if we play these 2, can push some out of here, gather Dahan into here. And I can move an Explorer out there. So that's 2 energy. So I think we're going to do Infestation, because I can move these beasts into a good location. So I could do it here, for instance, to make them skip the Ravage, or even here to skip the build. So I'm also going to play Ever Multiplying Swarm. So if I make them skip the build here, I can just kill all of these. So then where would I use Mantle of Dread? I suppose I could use it here. So where am I defending this turn? Guess in here. No, I need to do these 2. So maybe this is where Swarming Bedevilment works well. because that would defend this land. And if I move a presence into here, that land, and if I move into here, I can use Beset and Confound the Invaders. So I think that covers everything. Here we go. So I've got all my elements, and I have enough to do 4 fear, defense 7, but I don't think I'll have the beasts. I guess we'll see. Okay, so fast powers. Let's start with Infestation. So add a beast, gather a beast, and then 2 fear, and I'm going to skip up to 2 actions. Do Boon of Swarming Bedevilment, so that's defend 2 there. And then we'll do Amorphous and the movement with Boon to do defend 1 in here. We'll use Teeming Host Arrives to pull, can do up to 3, so 1, 2, 3 I can actually reach, 3. And then 4 fear and defense 7. Then Darkness Swallows the Unwary to move this Explorer. Okay, so we got defended, 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 7, and skipping an action here, and not building here, and our Mantle of Dread here. Okay, seems like that's going to work out alright. So don't generate fear for destroying towns or cities. In the land of most combined invaders and Tahan, with 1 of each, and a disease, 2 damage to Tahan. So that's here. And here, which is unfortunate. Then each spirit with at least 2 Tahan gains an energy, so that's, yep. Then mimic the Tahan. Each player moves 1 explorer or town from a land with 2 or more Tahan. I don't think I want to here, because I want that town to be killed. Yeah, so I'll leave it. So Ravaging in Wetlands, defended, dead, dead. That's that. Building in mountains. So remove disease, skipped and dead. Ah, no fear for towns, I remember that now. And then building a town here. Okay, exploring into sands and mountains. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Town, town, explorer, explorer. Then slow powers. So if I amorphous into here, I can Mantle of Dread to push these to here. And then if I use Favours Called Due, that's too good for that, I can gather 2 down into here for another 3 fear. And I can add 2 pieces with a multiplying swarm. So sands and mountains. I think here makes the most sense. So I realised that I made a mistake the last turn, and I actually only had 2 card plays as many mines, so I'll have to rectify that. If I don't play a multiplying swarm, then these would still be here, because I didn't do any damage, but they wouldn't have built. And I would have, so there wouldn't be any beasts there, and I would have one fearless. I was only at the 2nd level of Upset and Confound. I think that fixes everything without it changing too much. Okay. Right. So mountains. So ideally I'd like to get some Tahan into here and defend for effectively pulling double duty. So let's get to 3 card plays so I don't make the same mistake again. Let's make that into a sacred site. And let's put one here. Okay. So I'll do Guide the Way on Feathered Wings. Should probably also pay 2 energy for a card here. Let's do that first. cards. Encompassing ward, however, could be really useful given how mobile I am. Drift down into slumbers, only going to defend 1 for this turn. Let's take encompassing water, I'm sure I can make use of that. Okay. Some mountains. So I want to get some tile into here and defend. Need to defend for 4, so I'm going to need 3 beasts in there. What if I create my sacred site in here instead? So that's 1 beast, because then encompassing ward and 2 beasts would be sufficient for defend 2. So I could do that with just these 2 cards. Then I could use Teeming Host. Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh to make them skip an action here. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, and as for shadows, place this present. So we want to create a sacred site for Irresistible Call. And these were discarded. So I guess we're playing these 3. And let's put a sacred site here. Yeah, so with this I can move all of these into this mountain, all this jungle. And isolate it. I think that works well. Okay. So let's start with Guide the Way on Feathered Wings. And we'll then do defend 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 fit. Then let's move in with Teeming Host. Remove Beast to make them skip an action. 2 more fear. Then Enticing Splendor I'll leave that for now. Let's do irresistible call first. So that's 4, 5, 6. Then I can move all these towns on this turn. Then they skip all actions and isolate. Okay, so what are my options for enticing splendor? I could gather this town, which would prevent a build here. Which is pretty good given that coastal lands is coming up. Or I can gather more towns there to knock out all of those explorers and towns. I think we'll do the town. Okay. Then concealing shadows we'll do here just to be extra short. And event. Town trade with the invaders. Some seek knowledge, others are interested in tools and trade goods. Others simply still curious or hope to avoid violence, and the invaders seem amenable, at least for now. You may ignore their interest to harm, do not participate in ravages this turn. All of these options aren't ideal for me. Let's see, I've got 2, 5 air, 6 air, so if I can spend 6 more energy, which I can, do not participate in ravages. I haven't spent my energy for shadows. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's got 5 left over, so I need to forget or discard something. There's my discards. It's hand. Guess I could reclaim next turn. So if I discard, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each spirit forgets a power card. I think I'll forget concealing shadows. Since the Tarn are going to provide their own defense now. guess encompassing ward as the elements aren't great. And I need a reminder card. Each tile provides one defend. Then push a disease to the adjacent land with the most invaders on each board. Do this one because we want this one to stick around. There. Unrest. Each player adds one strife to a town. Okay, then ravaging in mountains. So defended, but the Tar don't fight. Skipped, and Tar don't fight. Building in sands and mountains. So remove a disease. City, 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 and town. Okay, and exploring into coastal lands. So we're going to add a town to each of these. And then I guess it makes sense to do the town where the Tahan already are. Except, no, we want an explorer there to die. Oh, they'll defend one. Yeah, no, it makes sense to put the town there because the defend one will have to kill that. So yeah, we'll do that as our configuration for coastal lands. And then I have no snows. So I think I'm reclaiming with both. So let's see, probably going to play Infestation, so let's get myself a minor. Domesticate animals, go berserk, and call to migrate. The call to migrate is going to be really useful with trading with the invaders. So I think we'll take call to migrate. So animated rack root's good for elements, but we're kind of far off the elements game now with shadows. I wonder if there's any way we can use Irresistible Call again this turn. No, we won't have the energy. Call to Guard has good elements for Irresistible Call. And it does move down around. Yeah, let's take Call to Guard. Okay. So I think we want to use Infestation of Venomous Spiders here. But I want to try and get as many beasts in there as I can. I need at least 2. So I'll have 1, and I can add 1. Yeah, so I can make them skip both the Ravage and the build, which would do 8 damage. So I'm gaining 3 energy. I won't have the energy. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I save this then for a turn when I can. Play it along with Ever Multiplying Swarm, or just save the energy. Okay, so what are my options? So I want to consider Call to Migrate. Let's have a look and see what lands we need to worry about. So none of these 3. This one is already defended because of the 2 to harm. We've got 2 defense in here, and then there's 5 damage, 6 damage coming in, so I need another 3 defend in that land. This is defended. This is not. Let's have a look and see what my options are here. So if I did Enticing Splendor and Call to Guard, that would give me, well, I want to save those for next turn when I can do them with Irresistible Call, I think. Which means playing these 3. So that can kill 2 Explorers, so that reduces the damage in here. But I have to gather 1. So it's reducing the damage by 1 overall. So let's see, am I going to do a skip? What I'm doing is adding defense into here. And possibly making them skip actions here. Let's see, defend 1. think I want to use call to migrate to maneuver the Tahan. Because I can get 3 Tahan into there, and then with call to guard, that's going to be 6 defense, which is quite good. So let's play that. Then would really like to get another Tahan into this land, but I don't want to move this one, so they don't build a city there. Not sure there's a way to get more Tahan in. I really am short on them. So that's let's see. 5 damage after, so move one of these explorers in and kill 2. So that leaves 2 explorers. City is 5 damage. So I need 4 defense in there. There's already 2, so I need another 2 defense. So I just need 1 more beast. So I could do that with either with feathered wings, but I lose the ability to move the Tahan around with that. So I don't think that's the right play. If instead I do do Boon of Swarming Bedevilment to get defend 2 in there. Then we could do pursue with the scratches, pecks and the stings. I don't think I'm going to have much use for Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh. Yeah, we'll do those 2. Right, let's start with Boom of Swarming Bedevilment and then Amorphous. So that's now defend 2. Darkness Swallows the Unwary. It's 2 fear. So this is now defended for 4. Then if we gather 3 beasts into here and do, I think that's where Teeming Host arrives, and then do Set and Confound the Invaders to defend for 4. And 3 fear. Terror level 2. And then pursue with scratches, pecks and stings. I could push 2 towns from here. So where to? I guess there's wetland as it doesn't change anything. I can use Irresistible Call to reduce that problem. Okay. Years of little rain. Terrible drought parches the island. You may let the plants die and the land wither, or act to ease the drought. So you only have 1 water here. None in hand. So I think I'm doing Years of Little Rain as the top option. So for board E, no water, so we add a blight. And for board D, no water. Then town, cities and Han have -1 health until the end of the turn. And each beast deals 2 damage. So that's actually quite good here. Because so this beast can do 1 damage, 1 damage. This beast can do 1 damage, 1 damage, that's 3 fear. And then the last beast kills the Explorer. This beast can do damage to those Explorers. Makes it so this doesn't count as a beast. This beast can do 1 damage, 1 damage. This beast kills these 2 cities. This beast kills this town. This beast kills this town. That's actually a really good event for me to get. Then each town defends 1 per town in the land. Spreading Timidity. Each player chooses a different land to isolate and defend 2. Okay. Isolation. So it's either going to be jungle or sands. We probably want to split up where we put our isolates, preferably on coasts. So I guess we could do these 2. And Emigration accelerates. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a coastal land. No, let's do this one to prevent a build. Ravaging in sands and mountains. Okay, so this is defended, dead. This Nothing, nothing, nothing. So that is a ball light. I didn't end up skipping there, did I? Nope. Tipping point, destroy 3 presents from each spirit. Okay. Instead. Okay, let's finish the bilge water and run off there. Then use to harm kill thieves because they're -1 health, 3 fear. Here, 1 fear. That's everything. Then building in coasts. So this is no longer adjacent and this is no longer adjacent, so no builds there. Then nothing, nothing, city. And exploring into jungles. So no. And the escalation as well. It's going to be on this board. It's 2 towns. So I can safely put 1 there. And we'll put 1 there. Okay, slow powers. So I want to try and call to migrate as much as I can into this mountain. So I think what I can do is choose this land. Go to no. That does work. Which is here. Let's go to there. So gather, push, then do favors called due. dread to move this out of the way. And 2 feet. And then crops, wither and fade. If I move into here, I can break this city down. 2 more feet. Okay. So we're going to do, I think, add presence, energy, and gather beasts. So I'd really like to do a nice big infestation this turn. So I think I'm playing those 3 cards. Though I am short on water. So let's do Dreadful Tide. So I'm going to gain 1 plus 4 more energy. Add a presence and beast. Then we'll gather 1 in. Actually, no, let's do it here. Place presence, gain 3 energy for a total of 7. So playing these 3. So I've placed there, so I can use Call to Card to get another Dahan in. Let's have a look and count what I need. So we've got 9, 17 damage from the invaders. So if I can get 5 Dahan in, that's defend 10, 1 from this and 1 each from this. So 7 more damage that I need to defend, which I can do with Beset and Confound the Invaders, and I just need 4 beasts in there, which I can get with the Teeming Host Arrives. Yeah. Okay. Then Irresistible Call. I can empty this land so that they won't build. Enticing Splendor. Could use to get another Dahan into here, except no, there's a Blight, so not there. Could just use to move the Dahan so they're close to the coast. That does leave here something I haven't sorted. So I could use Infestation of Venomous Spiders there. And if there's wetland on the Explore, that would potentially do quite a bit of damage. So let's start with Irresistible Call. We'll just move everything to the sands. There's no Dahan or beasts near. Call to guard. Looks like I can only get to defend 2 in that land. These beasts are out of range. But I didn't actually activate my gather. Yeah, I've left this undefended. Could bank on the fear card. I can use Enticing Splendor. So I'll gather that town. Then we will do other beasts, gather beasts with Infestation. And 2 fear. So they skip actions. And we have 3 beasts in here, so we can do defend 4 and 3 fear. And if I remove a beast from somewhere, I can get 2 more fear, which is another fear card, and I think that's worth it. Instead of there, I can push, gather the 2 beasts with Teeming Host. And these. Then make them skip a build. So in total now, so this was defended for 14. This is skipped. This is skipped. Okay. Blighted land, ravaged wilderness. Remove 1 beast from a land with blight on each board. Remove 1 wild from a land with blight, so no. Each land with disease, 1 damage to each invader and 1 damage to each Dahan. Remove 1 disease from each land where this destroys any towns or cities. Each bit may have one Tahan to one of its lands with Tahan. So there we go, I've got the defense I need now. Each player chooses a different land with Tahan. 1 damage per Tahan there. Flee the Pestilent land. Each player removes up to 3 health of invaders from a land with disease, or 1 explorer from an inland land. Ravaging in coastal lands. So it's now defended for 16. And 12 damage, that's 3, 7, 9, 11, and 6 fear. This is then skipped, and they take 4 damage. Then building in jungles, no. Exploring into sands and wetlands. So that should be town. This has no source. This has no source. They skip the explore there instead, and the 2 towns there die. 2 more fit. Ever multiplying swarm. Get some peace on this land. So I need 8 fear before the build phase to win. So I'm going to reclaim with both, and you want to maximise my fear generation. So I can get 4 fear from Beset and Confound the Invaders, 2 fear from Infestation, and 2 fear from Darkness Swallows the Unwary. Which will get me to terror level 3 and win with no cities. So yeah, let's reclaim. I think this doesn't matter, but I'll just check and see if I get any fear generating minings. I do. Take Scream Disease into the wind as it's got good elements, but I don't need it. play Pursue with Scratches, Pecks and Stings. Then we'll play these three. Gain a minor. Just take Guardian Serpents. Okay. And then 4 energy. 4 energy. Okay. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I can do gather. And infestation. So that's 4 beasts for 4 fear. Percent confound the invaders for 3 fear. Pursue with Scratches, Pecks and Stings. And that's the game. Whew. It certainly looked like it was gonna spiral out of control, but that event card was perfect. One of the things about this spirit it mentions is that, many minds that is that it's very swingy because of its reliance on beast-related events and because it's a fear-generating spirit, and whether or not the fear cards are helpful to you. But Infestation of Venomous Spiders was a fantastic card to pull, and Irresistible Call kept this side of the board clear when I needed it to be. So yeah, that was a fun game. Hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.